What's up, man? Bro, this song busting, but and this chest busts up too, bro. Hey, yo, guys, listen. Let me see if I can get a better angle there. Like, yeah, man, this is just a quick video. We're one day away from No Nut November. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're finally here, another year. It's crazy to think how far my journeys actually came, because it all started with No Nut November. You know what I mean? That was when I kind of started doing this kind of like spiritualism, doing this kind of self-improvement, doing me, man, you know what I mean? Loving myself fully, understanding God more and other things as well, including the universe, how my body works, how my mind works, how human nature works, and all this other stuff as well. And it's been such an enlightening experience, to be honest with you. I've learned so much in for the time that I've been doing this, and I only know that I'm only gonna learn more, and I'm only gonna go further with this. But I'm not gonna be too all that kind of ish with all this stuff here. But I'm just gonna get straight into it. Like, realistically, guys, come on, use this No Nut November as fuel. Use this No November as a month to realign yourself, to, you know, further better your purpose, further find your purpose as well, if you still haven't found your purpose. But realistically, in the age you're in now, you should already have that purpose. If you're around the age that I am, and you're in my kind of generation and my kind of age bracket, like, your purpose should have already been found. You know what I'm saying? And you need to really start asking yourself as well if a lot of the things that you're doing are even good for you, if it's even going to take you forward in life, if it's even going to better you being the person that you are. You know, with this No Nut November, I'm starting from day zero pretty much. I would just say it's day zero anyway. I don't really count the days, but you know, it's a fresh start, something new. I'm gonna go into this month with open arms and open eyes and open mind, and you know, just really push myself to be the best that I can be within this month, so I can see the best that I can be within this month, and always strive for that as well. You know what I mean? And another thing that is coming to an end too is probably my usage of alcohol, my usage of drugs such as marijuana, and my usage of a lot of other things as well, which is just not really doing it for me. You know what I mean? After recent events, you know, after the wedding, the most recent wedding that happened, I did take a step back to really evaluate my life and evaluate myself and evaluate me as a person. And yeah, there was some information that I had intook as well from a neuroscientist called Dr. Andrew Huberman. If you haven't already checked him out, or if you don't know about him, then I would definitely 100% recommend you guys to actually watch his videos and watch his content and see what he's trying to, you know, he's basically trying to make knowledge free. And I'm always an advocate for that, especially understanding your body and how your mind works. He explains it so diligently and well, and I really do appreciate his work. And to most recent, he must have said something about alcoholism and being an alcoholic and someone that does consume alcohol. If you guys don't know already, I'm that type of person that when I drink alcohol, I go 0 to 100 real quick. I'm more, you know, I'm just more belligerent, more, you know what I mean? I'm just, rah, you know what I'm saying? Life of the party type guy, you know what I mean? And, you know, what this is kind of stemmed to is like people are always like, oh yeah, Simba, you're lit when you're drunk, or oh yeah, Simba, let's get drunk, or you know, people are actually trying to make me more drunk to kind of tap into those sort of energies, because I feel like what it does as well, what I've came to realize as well, sorry, is the fact that I react very highly to the opiate that alcohol has and the stimulant that it does to you. So after 1 or 2 drinks, like me, I'm already like, you know what I'm saying, I'm already getting waved. So you can call this being a lightweight. And I'm already getting waved after that 1 or 2 drinks. And after the 3rd drink, I find it very hard to stop drinking. At that point, it's like all floodgates are open. Pardon me. It's like all floodgates are open, and, you know, like, I just start consuming mass amounts of alcohol. Like, I don't care what's happening. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just so, and I can keep going. I'll keep going. I always used to be like, yeah, it's because I'm Zim. It's because I'm Zim. You know what I mean? Like that's how Zims be. We got the, you know what I mean? But that's just a toxic way of dismissing the actual problem. And because of where I'm going in life and when I was explaining before that, you know, I'm gonna be coming into a lot of money soon, or like I feel like I am gonna be. Nah, I know I am gonna be. Sorry. it's it's a situation where it's like I need to be able to safely I need to be able to still be disciplined, because what was happening essentially was that my discipline is very inconsistent. A lot of people used to look at me and be like, oh, yo, Simba, you're so disciplined. I don't know how you do this. I don't know how you do that. And to be honest with you, I am disciplined. Like, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Like, I have a lot of traits that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very disciplined. Like, I want to do this. I want to do that. I have a nice morning routines where I go to the gym, eat well, all this type of stuff, and keep, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these different routines that I have that help me be more disciplined. But it's like, I always fall back into like a previous state, or into a day of just not really being disciplined. And you know what I mean? So it's very inconsistent. And what I've come to realize is the fact that I just need to come to that done point where it's just, you know, there's no more of this, you know, going back and forth with like alcohol, or back and forth with, you know, weed, or back and forth with myself, and back and forth with semen retention. Semen retention has kind of been like that pinnacle point of discipline, where it's like it's helped me to pattern other disciplines more easily, shall I say. And coming to realize that, like, going back to what I was saying of how I react with alcohol, if I'm earning, let's say, 50,000 a month, and I'm still moving like that, you know what I mean? I'm still reliant on, you know, the dopamine rush that I'm getting from weed, or I'm still reliant on the effect that alcohol is having on me. I feel like that's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous path to go down, because on alcohol, it's very things are unpredictable. Anything can happen, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, those actions of you drinking can literally change your life within one night, one bad night, especially with experiences that happened before, like experience. I don't want to go too into it, innit? But yeah, like I've seen what alcohol can do within one night of just drinking. And with the type of person I'm trying to be, which is that high value person, I can't afford to even have that kind of, you know, detrimental thing that can happen to me. I can't afford to even have that door open where, you know, there's a possibility of me, you know, killing someone whilst I was drunk, or, you know, drink driving whilst I was drunk and then having an accident and, you know, killing someone, or just anything can happen, let's be honest. And like, the more you start maturing and realizing, and the more you become a man, and the more you become more accountable for your actions, you start realizing that you can't even like let that risk be happen. You have to be ultimately responsible for everything that happens around you. And I'm a person that's always, you know, I never like, you know, blaming alcohol or this and that on my actions. Like, if I was acting a certain type of way when drunk, then I still want to be responsible for that. I don't try and be like, oh yeah, it's because I was drunk. You know what I mean? It's even, for example, as well, like, you know, when someone cheats and then they're like, oh yeah, it's because I was drunk. I didn't mean it. I love you, that kind of stuff. Like, I've just always seen it as, yo, I need to be able to take responsible for my actions, because I was the one responsible to intoxicate myself to a certain point or level of degree where I may have been acting in, you know, in a disassociated way because of the alcohol. But again, that was my own problem. That was my own fault. That was my choice of doing that. And knowing myself as well, knowing that that's how I act when alcohol comes into play, or that's how, you know, that's how it goes, isn't it? Like, I have to be able to be responsible to say no. I have to be able to responsible to say, okay, because I am like this, because I react so highly to the opioid of alcohol, I need to be able to distance myself completely from that. And, you know, people will blame their parents and family and be like, oh yeah, you know, all my family's always drink. Or they'll blame their country and be like, yeah, all Zim people drink, all this kind of stuff. But it's like, I've got an older brother. He's never touched alcohol in his life. You know what I'm saying? And he's very responsible when it comes to it. We lived in the same house. We grew up around the same people, same country, all that kind of stuff. So why is it he can be responsible enough not to drink, but I now can be able to drink? This is just an example, by the way. I'm now be able to drink and then blame it on my upbringing or my background or my surroundings. At the end of the day, we are always responsible. You know what I'm saying? People may be in, you know, situations which are worse, or situations that you know, or environments that might promote the worst lifestyle more, but you're still responsible, because if you're not, then who is? Because a lot of people don't even be listening to their parents no more, their family and all this kind of ish, because they already kind of set that precedent anyway. You know what I'm saying? I would say my family are very alcoholic, and like when it comes to just the general, like, you know, family in general. Even when I go back to Zim, like niggas are drinking like from AM to PM till the next day. And like, I would say that's something that should even make you see as to why you shouldn't drink as well, because, you know, we all know that it's not good for us, but it's about having that good time. It's about having that lit time. But even what semen retention has done for me, seed retention has done for me, has kind of, you know, elevated my energy levels to a certain aspect that I don't need to get drunk. I don't need to get high. I don't need to do X, Y, and Z to feel certain type of ways. Like I can tap into those energies naturally now. Before I wasn't as able to do that. I always saw alcohol as an escape. And the thing is, you start training your brain to even think that way, because, you know, here's another example. When I recently got onto red pill and stuff, and, you know, when I was getting drunk, I was becoming this player. Not even a player, but just, you know what I'm saying, some smooth talking criminal, like, you know what I mean, get in your pants type of nigga. And it's like, where's all this coming from? Do you know what I'm saying? And what I've realized now is the more that your ego develops and the more that your mind develops, your type of drunks can change to a different type of drunk. And you can be doing different type of things, whether that be negative or positive. So again, coming back to what I'm saying, if I'm a person and I'm seeing myself as wanting to be a high value person, wanting to be someone that's wealthy and all this kind of stuff, and have these kind of responsibilities and have people relying on me and me helping them as well, how can I allow that to happen? How can I allow such an unpredictable thing that can cause irreversible damage to my life happen? And why should I keep letting it happen, especially knowing to where I'm trying to go and to where I'm trying to be? So realistically, I feel like people should all just take that step back, reanalyze yourself, learn your body. Like I always say, I'm a very big advocate on learning how your body works, your mind works, your soul works, you work. There's actually a test that Kevin Samuels was it was promoting. I forgot what it was called, but it's like a $10-15 test, and it essentially just tells you a list of like who you are. It's not like one of them ENTGs tests, because I find them kind of bullshit, but this is something like you sit through it for an hour and, you know, you bang out these questions and it actually comes back to you with, you know, the type of person you are. And I think it's good to know your strengths and your weaknesses, because your strength can also be a weakness and your weakness can also be a strength. So understanding them and being able to use that to better your life and, you know, get what you want to get, move it towards your purpose and all those kind of things there, then it's something that is very, very, you know, I find that it should be very, very, you know, what do you call it? Very, very prominent in your life, that you should be using to your benefit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna post it in the description as well. I've even also been thinking about doing like DNA tests, all that kind of stuff, seeing what, you know, DNA is prominent and what's, you know, again, knowing my advantages and disadvantages, what my body's like, what I need more of. Maybe I've got an iron deficiency, maybe I've got this. This is all just to better myself, to becoming the best possible me. Because the world needs the best possible me. I need the best possible me most, and my purpose needs the best possible me. So yeah, man, just take a step back. You know, use No Nut November. You know, just use it to be sober. Use it, you know what I mean? No drink November. You know, no smoking November. No nut November. You know what I'm saying? Use it as a month to just be clear, just to be pure. You know, realign your energies, connect to higher energies, all this kind of stuff. Learn some new things, learn a hobby, do something new, get out there, you know what I mean? Learn how to play the guitar, go for a hike, you know, go beat Mount Everest. I don't fucking know, do anything, you know what I'm saying? Because you can do anything. And, you know, being in such like a society where, you know, drink is such at a high point, where everyone looks towards alcohol as, you know, having a good time. People look at weed as, you know, a relaxant or something that you can do after hard work and all these kind of stuff here. But it's a risk, especially to us high value men or men that are trying to be high value. It's a risk, you know what I'm saying? And that's not a risk I'm willing to take. I'd rather risk my whole money on a stock rather than risk drinking alcohol again, fam. So yeah, I don't know, this is more like again, you guys know, these videos are mostly for me. So this is more of like a message to myself to say something like, you know, it's that time. We're done doing, you know, drinking, we're done doing smoking weed, we're done doing. But my thing is I was about to go bun up with my boys and it, but I'm kind of going to use this last day of October to just kind of, you know, relax, you know, set up a plan maybe as well, you know what I mean? Think about things that I can be doing within this month to, you know, elevate myself higher, you know what I mean? Push myself further to, you know, be on my purpose even more. And, you know, yeah, man, this is just a video to try and kind of even motivate or, you know, wake people up towards moving towards that direction. You know, I'm going to be 25 within the next 2 years, and realistically speaking, it's a thing where it's like, by next year, I want to be that man. I want to be the nigga. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, high value. So like, so it's the transition into being that person and, you know, fully living my purpose and not looking back, you know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you look back, fam, it's just, you trip up because you're not looking where you're going. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I don't know. Alcohol, I think I'm done with it, man. Not really, I think, I know. I need to, you know what I mean? See, I don't know, people realize how I speak as well. You gotta speak like, that's what it is, because when you don't speak like that's how it is, then it's not what it is, and you're gonna fall back to it. But yo, I'm done. I'm done with alcohol, fam. Because even the motors, and even another thing is out there, I'm trying to go to these rich motors. I'm trying to go on these motors where I'm on yachts with like other rich people and other like-minded people, you know what I mean? Better energies where people ain't trying to fight each other or lose their life over one altercation because they have so much going for them anyway. I have so much going for me anyway. So being in these kind of motors and environments, and it's outdated now, B. You know what I'm saying? Next time you see me at a motor, I'm gonna be on a yacht or something. Some fine women, champagne, all that. You know what I mean? People just enjoying, man, not trying to be belligerent, drunk, wilding out, doing backflips and shit. I'm gonna learn golfing too, why not? You know what I mean? When I'm closing my business deals in the future, I'm gonna need to know how to golf. So, you know, that's something I'm gonna add to doing this No Nut November, you know what I mean? Get me some golf cues, start her off, go to a driving range and just, you know what I mean? I'm literally just gonna get lost in myself, man, lost in my purpose and lost in things that I wanna do and find love in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about, realigning and then reconnecting with those things that you love. But guys, all been at a low point, fam. We all know how it is. The people around me that I've been putting onto seed retention and other things as well, is benefited them a lot. So honestly, please, guys, just try it out. You know what I'm saying? Try be that better person. Try and realign. Try and cut this shit off. You know what I mean? Try and just be the best you can be, because you can be the best you can be. And once you are the best you can be, the treasures are at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? Once you defeat the dragon, the treasures at the end of the tunnel. Learn your archetypes, even if that might help as well. It's not a guideline, it's not a set in stone kind of thing. It's more of just, again, knowing yourself, knowing your body, knowing your mind, and knowing who you are as a person. But guys, it's been the so-called life aside, all that type of shit. Peace.